We continue telling you about artists who at one time had literally everything you could dream of in the music industry: success, fans, streams, and money. However, by 2025, they not only disappeared from the charts, but even their most loyal fans began to forget about them. Today, we'll talk about a rapper whose name was on everyone's lips, and whose career peaked in 2020. But after his rise, he slowly descended from the musical Olympus, which led to the fact that now the rapper is only remembered when people talk about artists who ruined their careers with their own hands. As many of you may have guessed, today we'll talk about Dababy.
I flew past the whip with that blunt in my mouth, watched the swerving, that whip had a cop in it. My bitch got good pussy.
So what's the reason behind the rapper's rapid downfall? Many claim that Dababy simply fell victim to cancel culture, while others say that his music became much more mediocre and commercial. Well, the loss of popularity can't be explained by just one factor. It happens due to a cumulative effect. And the rapper handled that effect excellently, shocking the public and listeners for years with his strange behavior and ties to criminal activity. Let's break down the whole situation together with you. Get comfortable. We're starting. Not much is known about the artist's childhood, but it's still important to mention his early biography. Dababy, born Jonathan Lynn Dale Kirk, was born in Cleveland, Ohio on December 22, 1991. In 1999, he moved back to Charlotte, North Carolina, where he spent the rest of his youth. He was the youngest child in the family, and along with his two older siblings, he grew up listening to Eminem, 50 Cent, and Lil Wayne. There was so much music in my childhood, but Lil Wayne definitely influenced me the most, the rapper said when talking about the artists he listened to as a kid. Dababy was born into a single-parent family and grew up with his mother, although his father's figure was always present in his life.
Okay, so you had a father the whole time?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, he always put shit on my mind, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I go kick it with him for the summer and shit like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't actually living with you guys?
Mm-mm.
Was he helping out with the family? And
Yeah, he'd shoot me, I used to goddamn get my little child support check. It'd be like $80 or something. I'd tell my mama get it in all ones. Be in elementary school flexing.
Okay.
I swear to God.
You'd bring your child support check, money in ones.
Yeah, she'd give it for me and all. She'd give it, my mom, my mama Trill, she'd give it all to me. You know what I mean? All
Nice.
ones. Yeah, all ones. She'd go cash it out, all ones.
In 2010, Jonathan graduated from Vance High School. Then, he enrolled at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. After 2 years, he dropped out, stating that he didn't think education was necessary and that he only went to school and college for his parents' sake. Dababy felt like a black sheep in a predominantly white school, but he doesn't regret the time he spent at the university. "I found myself in a different environment," he recalled in 2019, adding, "I had to adapt to it. At first I was like, what the hell am I doing here? I studied for 2 years, then I went back to the city. I came back a grown man." After dropping out, Dababy spent his teenage years on the streets, as is typical in the canonical rapper backstory.
Like, how old were you when you started getting mixed up with all that?
Get mixed up with what?
The streets.
Shit. I don't know, like 17.
Okay, a little bit later.
Yeah.
You know, I talked to a lot of guys that are 13, 14.
I mean, I've been running around doing, little shit, but I mean, like, 17 when, like, I don't know, it depends on, what you would call getting mixed up in the streets.
By age 17, his arrest record already included driving with a fake license and possession of illegal substances. However, this same path to success led his cousin to a long prison sentence. Still, Dababy isn't ready to talk about what he did during that time, what he was involved in between dropping out of the University of North Carolina and starting to seriously pursue rap belongs to the list of topics Dababy considers off limits for interview discussions.
Losses I don't want to speak on, you know what I mean? Losses I don't want to speak on, but, they built character. They made a man out of me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it made it, when it come to the music and, in this business and shit not going my way here and there, like, I was already accustomed to, like, dealing with that type of shit, standing on it and shaking back. Like, I was always one that could just shake back from whatever, you know what I mean?
You'll just have to let your imagination, or his sometimes ambiguous lyrics, fill in the blanks of his biography. After some time, Dababy decided to leave the streets and start doing music. According to him, there wasn't any particular reason to suddenly drop everything and switch to rap. He just knew from childhood that he wanted more, that he had to become rich and successful. In 2015, Jonathan began recording his first tracks, taking the stage name Baby Jesus. That year, Baby Jesus did everything possible to attract listeners, recording freestyles over popular instrumentals, putting up stickers and posters around Charlotte, and even selling his house and 2 cars to invest money in promotion and studio equipment for his sound producer friend.
See through that ain't the type of stuff we do. Oh man, I wouldn't have it any other way.
It paid off. Local radio stations started playing his songs, Kirk began performing as an opening act and at shopping malls, and by March the leader of the Carolina collective cult rap, De Niro Farrar, invited him to be a supporting act at a hip-hop festival in Austin.
I'm only gonna jump in that water if I got a hat, yeah.
The next success unexpectedly came in the form of an unofficial anthem for the local NFL team, the Carolina Panthers, which he recorded together with dab creator Skipper Da Flipper, earning Jonathan local fame.
Dab like I play for the Panthers. I'm dabbing like I'm from...
And in that same 2015, he released his debut mixtape, Non-Fiction. Although the mixtape didn't gain widespread popularity, Jonathan maintained a steady local success.
Call what they call me. Bitch, I think I'm baby Jesus.
And a year later came God's Work Resurrected, which sparked more interest around Jonathan. The single Light Show from the latest mixtape garnered over 1 million plays on SoundCloud and DatPiff, and the video on YouTube crossed the 2 million views mark. Unfortunately, the video has since been deleted and is now only available through fan re-uploads.
Someone's go run my neck, I look like Mr. T. I say this without...
Indeed, the artist had to change his nickname because the tracks were far from Christian.
Why were they offended at calling yourself Baby Jesus?
I mean, because I'm calling myself Baby Jesus, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't even like no self-proclaimed shit. Like, I mean that. Like, I'm out here for a reason. Like, you know, I'm in the position I'm in to do great things for other people, and it ain't really about me. And through time, it's gonna show, you know? It's gonna show naturally. Like, I can't shake it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't shake it, you know? That's just me. Like, I do for others, you know what I mean, before I do for myself. No matter who tell me not to, whatever, I can't. Yeah, okay, whatever, I'm gonna do that. Like, that's how I get my sleep at night, you know what I mean?
Well, you ever see that show, Black Jesus?
Nah.
You heard of it?
That's some clown shit, though.
Well, I know the dude. I interviewed the guy who stars in it, right? And we had an interesting conversation about that, where he said, a lot of people were kind of, had issues with Black Jesus and so forth. And I said, well, what if you just called yourself Jesus? And he said, wow, that's an interesting point.
Then he released a series of mixtapes, Baby Talk, $1 Billion Baby, and Back on My Baby Jesus Shit. Kirk achieved major success after signing with Arnold Taylor, president of the label South Coast Music Group, a major radio producer. Taylor saw Kirk performing in clubs in North Carolina around the time he was launching his label. Taylor had been responsible for the early rise of southern rap stars, including Yo Gotti and Future. As soon as they started working together, the team kept creating buzz in the South through mixtapes and club performances, while Kirk searched for his own sound. The rapper knew how to attract attention in different ways, so in 2017 the world saw a future star walking around in adult diapers. And this kind of tactic paid off. He kept gaining more fans thanks to his contract with South Coast. Kirk signed a short-term distribution deal with Roc Nation, managed by Jay-Z, to release his mixtape Blank Blank, which became his breakthrough in late 2018. One of the most striking tracks on the album was Blank Blank, which brought Dababy significant popularity, and the music video for the track gained over 21 million views, a very strong result and an indicator of his rising success. Thanks to Taylor's guidance and after intense bidding from major labels, Kirk signed a 7-figure recording deal with Interscope. In January 2019, after signing with Interscope, Kirk launched his own label, $1 Billion Baby Entertainment. I won't stop. Where I am now, you could definitely say I'm successful, but right now I'm not satisfied at all. I'm immensely grateful and fully understand that I'm blessed and very lucky, but I'm not satisfied at all, the rapper said about his rising success. And it became clear to everyone that this guy was about to explode onto the hip-hop scene. In March 2019, Kirk's debut studio album, Baby on Baby, was released under the Interscope Records and South Coast Music Group labels as a joint venture with both. The project featured Offset, Rich Homie Quan, Rich the Kid, and Stunner for Vegas. Baby on Baby debuted at number 25 on the Billboard 200 album chart in the United States, and the track Shug debuted at number 87 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart on April 13, 2019, and broke into the top 10 by June 8, 2019.
She like I smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah.
The success was huge. Jonathan had finally made it. He was being listened to. He was loved. It even reached the point that Dababy was on the cover of XXL magazine and was listed as a 2019 freshman.
They be worried about me. They know I'm a clique. These niggas, they know I'm a dog. I ain't worried about him. I know he'll be.
The rapper's popularity was growing, and along with it, new listeners began to uncover grim details from the artist's biography. For example, in November 2018, Dababy was accused of killing a man in a Walmart store in Huntersville, a suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina. Initially, many fans assumed this was just for hype ahead of a new release, to which Dababy quickly responded on his Instagram.
Hey, look, I feel like it's only right to tap in, you see what I'm saying, and let y'all know, first of all, ain't no free me, you know, I'm free than a motherfucker, and ain't no RIP me, you know, my heart's still beating, you know, and condolences goes out to the other parties involved, you see what I'm saying, and all you bitch-ass weirdos talking about, my bad, my goddamn brother called me, so, you know, my shit, it froze up, but, yeah, talking about using this shit to promote my motherfucking album, mixtape, whatever, bitch, check the dates, check the caption. I was promoting this shit, goddamn, before the weak ass shit happened. I was promoting this shit as I was on the way to the Walmart, you feel me? And I'm gonna keep promoting this shit, man. Don't nothing stop. You know, if I don't goddamn promote this shit and continue to be successful, then all this shit was in vain anyway, because that's why this shit happened, because I am who I am. You know what I mean? But just like I said when I posted that video the other day.
However, more details of the incident soon became known. After the shooting in the store, chaos broke out. Customers rushed for the exits. The police responded quickly. One officer was already inside the store during routine patrol. But initially, it was unclear who had been involved in the shooting or what had happened. In the empty store, police only found the body of 19-year-old Jalynn Dominique Craig, who had died from multiple gunshot wounds. A few days later, local news agencies in Charlotte confirmed that rapper Dababy was one of 4 people detained for questioning. Shortly afterward, Dababy posted a video from a hospital bed on Instagram in which he confirmed that he had fired the shots in self-defense. If those shots hadn't been fired, my damn daughter could have gotten hurt, my son could have gotten hurt, I could have gotten hurt, I could have gotten hurt, the damn lawyers are telling me not to say anything, fuck all that, 2 motherfuckers run up on you and your whole damn family, threatening you, shooting at you, fuck all that, you feel me? Dababy claimed that just before the Walmart killing, he had been violently robbed by 2 men while shopping with his family. The attackers were allegedly armed and possibly trying to kill the rapper, and footage from Walmart security cameras eventually confirmed this version in the eyes of the court. By March 2019, the judge agreed with Dababy's legal argument of self-defense and dropped the murder charges. The rapper was only charged with a misdemeanor carrying a concealed weapon. Despite the fact that the rapper got off with a light charge, this case would come back to haunt him a couple of years later, but more on that later. Despite many listeners learning the brutal truth about Dababy, he didn't lose his popularity. Quite the opposite, things were only going up. In mid-2019, Dababy was featured on various hit songs, including Megan Thee Stallion's Cash Shit and Quality Control's Baby, both of which made it into the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
You would think it's Mardi Gras, got the bitches showing titties, and I ain't throwing beads, pulling bitches.
In July 2019, Dababy appeared on Dreamville's Revenge of the Dreamers 3 as a guest artist on the opening track Under the Sun.
Put that on your ass and I did, they gon' want me to snitch in my interview. I'm on 5 bitch, I'm lit, but I'm really cool.
He received recognition for his guest verse, and various publications called it the best of 2019, including Complex magazine, which called it a defining moment for a new rap superstar. However, not everything can be like a dream, and in the same year when the rapper began gaining popularity, his father passed away. This undoubtedly hit Jonathan hard, and he decided to dedicate his new album to the memory of his late father. His second album is dedicated to his last name, and the cover features his father holding him as a baby. The album was released in September and debuted at the top of the Billboard 200 chart. Its lead single, Intro, was hugely successful, peaking at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100. Around the same time, Dababy also made notable appearances on singles like Enemies by Post Malone, which reached number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100, and in remixes of Stop Snitchin', Truth Hurts by Lizzo, and Panini by Lil Nas X.
You thought I was playing, huh? Yeah. But I mean this shit litter. She wanted to buy, but I told her fuck that. Nope.
In October, he appeared in a cameo role in the music video of his protege Rich Dunk for the track High School.
When I ride my shit in my lap, little nigga fuck reaching up under seat. How you a gangster, but nigga?
In 2019, Kirk ended the year with 22 entries on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, setting a record for any artist that year. Confirmation of the huge success Dababy managed to achieve came in 2020. At the 62nd Annual Grammy Awards held in 2020, Jonathan received 2 nominations for the track Shug in the categories Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song. In an interview, the rapper shared that he had nothing when he started and only hard work could lead him to such success.
I come from nothing. When you and your brothers can't even get a fresh haircut, y'all ain't doing too good. Even with me coming from what I come from, that ain't something that I use as an excuse. That's more so like motivation to anybody else who feel like they going up against the odds. That's what make your victory beautiful at the end of the day.
His third studio album, Blame It On Baby, was released in April 2020. The album received positive reviews and achieved commercial success, debuting at the top of the Billboard $24,000 album equivalent units, becoming Kirk's second album to hit #1. This led to the track Rockstar, featuring Roddy Ricch, staying at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 consecutive weeks and becoming a hit in the United Kingdom.
Brand new Lamborghini, a cop car, with a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop.
However, no career of a rapper raised on the streets comes without legal troubles. In January 2020, Dababy was detained and questioned in Miami in connection with a robbery investigation. Later, he was arrested after authorities discovered there was an outstanding warrant for his arrest in Texas on assault charges. According to TMZ and other outlets, members of his team allegedly attacked a music promoter and robbed him because he had only paid Kirk $20,000 of the $30,000 owed for a performance in Miami. Reports say he and his associates allegedly took $80 in cash, an iPhone 7, and a credit card from the promoter. Kirk was charged with assault and was released from the Miami-Dade County Jail 48 hours later. 2020 truly became memorable due to the buzz Dababy stirred with his controversial actions. During the Up Close and Personal tour in 2020, he slapped a female fan on his way to the stage during a performance in Tampa, Florida. The crowd reacted with boos and he left the stage without performing a single song. He said he slapped her because she brought her phone too close to his face while filming with the flash on. He later posted an Instagram story asking fans to send him video footage from another angle of the incident. "I'll give $10,000 to whoever shows how Shorty hit me in the eye with her phone from a good angle," he said. He later posted another video apologizing for his actions. In a video posted to Instagram, Kirk said, "I apologize that there was a woman on the other end. I think by now it's a well-known fact. Whether it was a man or a woman, I would have reacted the same way." Of course, this dealt a blow to the rapper's reputation and would echo for years to come. But none of that stopped the artist from continuing his productive output, and in July 2020, Kirk released a single with his protege, Stuna for Vegas, called No Dribble. The track was included in the deluxe edition of the album Blame It On Baby, which was released in August 2020 and was called by Dababy a brand new album. However, the rapper's life was once again filled with tragic events. Still reeling from the death of his father, Jonathan learned that his brother had died from a gunshot wound. It was later revealed that his brother had taken his own life. Following his brother's death, Dababy initially expressed his grief openly and used social media to communicate with his fans. Later, the rapper also admitted that he had turned to a psychotherapist to cope with the numerous tragedies he had faced over the past 2 years, including the death of his father in 2018. Just like with his father's death, the rapper released an album dedicated to his brother's passing. Dababy released the EP, My Brother's Keeper, Long Live G. Despite everything that had happened in the rapper's life over the past years, he wasn't planning on stopping and continued to reach new heights. So, at the end of 2020, Dababy participated in creating the remix for Levitating by English singer Dua Lipa. Despite the fact that the remix was released at the end of 2020, the song began to climb the charts and in 2021 reached second place on the Billboard Hot 100. Have you noticed that as soon as we mention some successful Dababy release, a series of various problems follows? Well, 2021 was no exception as the rapper came under cancel culture. In July 2021, the rapper faced backlash due to statements that many considered homophobic.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas,
lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
After that, Dababy's scheduled performance at Lollapalooza on August 1 was cancelled, and he was later replaced by G Herbo. The fashion brand Boohoo Man ended its collaboration with Kirk. He was also removed from Park Life Festival, Day in Vegas, Austin City Limits Festival, Music Midtown, and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Radio stations replaced the version of the Levitating remix with one without his part, resulting in his name being removed from the Billboard Airplay charts on August 9. On August 24, he also mentioned his cancellation in a freestyle over Bia's track Whole Lotta Money.
Made 20 million, gotta be kidding. What you do? I ran laps around all of these niggas. Just like Shakari Richardson. The whole world.
Kirk decided to issue a public apology and donated a significant sum to an HIV foundation. That helped somewhat, but of course, time also played a role. Dababy chose to step away from the media space and keep his appearances there to a minimum. After half a year of silence, the criticism and negativity toward Dababy had diminished. His exit from the public spotlight helped him deal with the backlash. That period became the most suitable time to release a mini-album, and it came out. On November 12, Kirk presented an EP titled Back on My Baby Jesus. The signature sound of Jonathan's early albums and the same aggressive delivery returned, and among the featured stars on the mini-album were Kodak Black and 21 Savage. However, the release didn't produce any major hits and failed to achieve commercial success. Exactly a month after the release, on December 12, Kirk was set to perform at the now familiar Rolling Loud Festival. Dababy was supposed to take the stage at Power 10's stage, but a small delay occurred and Kirk ended up filling in for rapper Future, who was performing on another stage. Because of this confusion, Dababy once again faced backlash from the unhappy audience. He was pelted with bottles, paper cups, and other trash.
That ain't the baby, that's my baby.
It's unclear what exactly triggered the crowd's outburst, but Jonathan took it positively and tried to joke it off, although the confusion on his face was clearly visible. Remember, we promised to return to the topic of the Walmart shooting, for which Dababy got off very lightly. Well, in 2022, another video from the scene surfaced online, which, in the eyes of many fans, quickly shattered the rapper's self-defense version. The video begins with Dababy running up to a man named Henry Douglas, pushing him and then landing a punch. It's unclear what Douglas, a friend of the man who was shot and killed that day, and Dababy said to each other right before their argument turned into a fight, but the former's hands appeared to be in the pockets of his hoodie until the artist made contact. Almost everyone who saw this footage began to doubt the self-defense version, since the rapper attacked first. Although no one can say for sure what exactly happened that day, this dealt yet another blow to Dababy's already fragile reputation. In 2022, Baby on Baby 2 was released, and as expected, the album flopped. Is Dababy's music really that bad? Obviously not, but reputation in the music industry is extremely important, and if yours is destroyed, you won't be able to succeed commercially. From 2022 to 2025, the artist released several albums, mixtapes, and singles that failed to make it to the charts. But despite that, Dababy still has over 25 million listeners on Spotify, so it's impossible to say definitively what the rapper's future career will look like. A couple of months ago, Dababy came to Russia to give a concert and became one of the few artists who decided to visit the country in the past few years. So, what's next for Dababy's career? There's no clear answer, but ups and downs, scandals, and apologies have become routine for Jonathan, so we hope that soon the artist will please us with new hits and successful albums. What do you think? Will the artist be able to regain his reputation and climb the charts again in the future? We'd love to hear your thoughts in a comment, like and subscribe to the channel. See you all soon.